Okay, so projecting on a mesh or using your scanner. Sorry for Jason. So I'm going to go import an STL. It's on my desktop somewhere. This is a scanned mesh from quite some time ago. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Where is it? So the first thing to note about the MDX as a scanner is that I wouldn't necessarily trust it to get it 100% scale, alright? But that doesn't really matter because you're working in CAD and you can set up your scale as you need. Alright, so what I do with these guys is you're going to need to look at your mesh in Rhino in a rendered viewport, because otherwise you can't see the damn mesh. And what I do is I cut out the inside over there. I'm going to use, say, this one. I cut out the inside circle, I split the mesh, I chuck that away, and then I draw a line or circle between the 2 points, use my center O-snap and orient it over F4. So let's start with that. I create a circle, a 2-point circle, and I'm going to say, I don't know what this was, let's say this ring was a size L, or let's say 16.8mm ID. You know you've got the ring in front of you when you're doing it. Okay, so that's about there. This ring wasn't perfectly round, but okay. So let's grab that curve. So curve, and hang on a second, I've got to do this, we're going to go split here, split, enter. Why is it not working for me now? Mesh split, sorry, you've got to go mesh split. Mesh split, it's been a while since I've done this. Select the cutting object, there's that. In Rhino 4 this takes forever, in Rhino 5 it's quite a bit faster. If it's easier for you to do this in ZBrush, then just do it in ZBrush. Come on. And of course the denser the mesh is, the longer it's going to take, because that curve has to work through every every vertex. Oops, I'm going to go rendered. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another line. I'm just going to cut that off there because I don't want the other ring, I just want this ring. Alright, so I'm going to take that, I'm going to go mesh split again. And I'm going to grab my line. Okay, and I'm going to throw away the other half. Be patient, Chris, be patient. Patience is not a virtue of mine. Come on, should have done this in Rhino 5. Come on, alright, so we can dump that, we can dump that. Alright, so on your O-snaps, switch on your center O-snap. Alright, you grab all of this, and you're going to move, and you're going to look for center O-snap from the circle, and you're going to move it to your world origin. What you do with it from now on is going to be up to whatever you need. Alright, so that would have imported it pretty close to whatever the original size was. If it wasn't the right size, all you're going to do is use your orient command. I'm going to move all of this out the way again. So let's say you know for a fact that your diameter of your ring is 16.8mm when you measure on the inside of the caliper. You grab all of this, and you're going to go orient with copy, scale equals yes, 3D. And your reference point on the first one is going to be, let's turn on quads and let's turn on switch off point and everything else. So we're looking for a quad over there, and we're looking for a quad over there, and then you just orient it from this quad to that quad. Okay? Oops. Alright, and then you can dump that and it would have scaled it correctly. My experience with the MDX is that it's out by about 0.2mm in total. Not much, not normally going to be a big issue for you. So if we shade this now, render, ghosted, something, give me something, come on. No, it has to be rendered. Alright. So we have this mesh up here. As you can tell, it was a very, very low polyscan, 0.2mm or something like that. All I'm after is I want a curve that tracks around here for me to build my job. Okay, so I'm going to take my curve that's in there, I'm going to extrude it. I'm going to switch cap off and I'm going to do it from both sides, it's fine. So all I'm doing is just want a representation of the finger size. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same curve, or make a new curve, and I'm going to kind of put it, if I put this, let me put this in its rendered viewport so I can see what I'm doing. And what I'm aiming for is I'm trying to aim it like just so that when you put the curve on, that it's touching that surface everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to put it about there. All right. Okay, so let's go back to wireframe and let's find that curve. Where are you, curve? And what we're going to do is we're going to run the project command onto this mesh. Okay, now you can hide the mesh and go back into your shaded viewport, and what you got now is a curve that represents the complete outside of that ring, but of course it's not on the finger rail. Okay, so that's what we extruded this for. So I'm going to dump that, and I'm going to dump this, and I'm going to fit curve this. Alright, just because it's less work for Rhino, I'm going to go fit curve, and yeah, I'm going to leave it at 101. What that does, it just rebuilds it down to the smallest number of points that fit the tolerance of 10 micron. Alright, now we're going to do a pull, and we're going to pull onto this. Alright, so now you have a curve on the finger rail. I would probably fit curve that again. You'll see that if you turn on its edit points, it's got bazillions of little edit points to try and make it fit around there. Okay, so I'd grab this and I'd go fit curve again and press enter, and let's have a look. Still too many points. Let's run the fit curve command. Oopsie. Fit curve, select the curve to fit, and bring our tolerance up to, I don't know, 0.1. Okay, so it's softened it off a little bit over there. Let's have a look at your edit points. F10. Okay, that's looking a little bit more manageable. Okay, at this point you've got something to run a sweep on, or the way that I normally do these is I will unroll that curve so it's represented flat. I will offset it 2 mil to the one side, whatever it is, and then I do a sweep 2 while it's flat, and then flow it back around. That kind of stuff I think Kay should know. Okay, cheers, Chris out.